Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have something that I want to share with you guys. One of my crafty friends, a long while back, she gifted me, it was like Happy Mail, she gifted me this pastel kit from Stampin' Up. She used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and she's so funny because she doesn't like messy. She's a crafter, but she doesn't like messy hands. She doesn't do anything that has to that involves her hands being messy. So yeah, she'll fool with glue, but she doesn't get it on her hands. But she gave me this because apparently I'm thinking it was messy, so she wasn't dealing with. So she, sent me a Happy Mail, and this was in there, and I come across it. It was in another bin behind some stuff, and I just happened to go through the other day, and oh man, this would be cool for coloring. So I have some pastels that I use for my backgrounds. It's Artist Loft from Michaels, and I use that for my backgrounds. I really haven't used it for coloring, but I figured I would try to use this a little bit for coloring. I might, add colored pencils. So I want to try it out. Try it out and start using it for coloring because there's a lot of colors in here. And these, let me see, even comes with, ooh, yeah. So this, of course, you just let me take the plastic off. So this is the first time using it. And when she sent them to me, I didn't, I said, oh, cool, I can use it for, I probably had no idea what I was going to use it for. But, like I said, it's been a while. I don't remember what it was. But I know for sure now that I can use it for coloring. So, let me see. So, it comes with all these colors. And comes with this piece of foam that's covered. I'm going to put that back there because down here, it gives me all the colors, which is neat. English, French, and Spanish. And gives me all the colors, so this is going to be cool. Okay, so I decided I would just go ahead and do a color chat, I guess. Let's see what I can do with this. It comes with an eraser. Stamp it up. Don't know how I would use that. And it comes with these applicators. Now, guys, first of all, I'm going to go back and see my light. I don't know how this is going to show up. I have a fluorescent light out here in my craft shed. And I've been noticing that I'm having color yellow tint in my videos. And I don't like that. So I turned it off. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So I apologize for the lighting up, beforehand or right now. But I need to fix my lighting. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, so oh, dang it. I think that's a piece of the chalk. So I went ahead and made a copy of an image from my Floors and Gems coloring book that I'm doing a color along in. If y'all see, y'all see the videos before. And I am going to be testing out these pastels on this paper that I got from Dollar General. It was on clearance sale. I think I hauled this before. It was $1.85, and it's drawing paper, and it's used with pencils, markers, pastels, and more. So I figured I would try this out, and I went ahead and made a copy. It cut off the top of her head though, but I decided to go ahead and make a copy and see how these pastels work on this paper. Let me erase that. Now, I think there's a piece of that pastel I got them on there, so I just cleaned it off and come out pretty good. So, I'm just going to fool around and see what I can come up with, because again, look at all these pretty colors. Now, my Artist Loft, I tried them too. Let me see, are they out here already in the house? Well, they probably know somewhere I look, but I decided I just try to do a little bit of something with these pastels from Stampin' Up. When I color with pastels, and when I'm doing, normally I just do backgrounds with pastels, but I have a fixative that I use to spray so it won't smear. So I'll be using that Now, another thing about this paper is it's kind of thin. It's not really thick paper, but I like that I'm color. It holds the color good. Let me show you something. Because I shared this picture in a Facebook group, coloring group, and I printed out some pages on the same paper, from some pages from Kermit Rosanis, and I just did it because I wanted to see how I wanted to color the page before I actually did it in my books. So I printed some out, and this is one of my Gorgon, and I'm gonna finish coloring this, but this is the idea what I'm gonna be actually using in my actual book. But yeah, it takes paper color pencils very well. Here's another one I printed out. Again, these are pages I want to see how I first want to color them on, if I actually do something in my book. And I even made a cover. And then this one, it's just a little book that I made for myself. And I just print out some choice ones. And like I said, these are the ones I printed out that I figured that I would, want to see how, do a test page if I actually color my actual book. So that's the same thing with this. And I figured because, again, I have come across these pastels that I would try this. Now I have some skin tone colors in here and everything, and which I don't think that my Artist Loft pastels do. Again, because normally I'll use these for backgrounds. So we're going to find out how these do. Now I don't know if this is going to be big enough, substantial. So I hope they're not in the house. But I have some other things for application. Let's see, I'm going to try those out for applying this. I got that, and I have a smaller one. And I believe I have bigger applicators in the house. Oh no, those are my gel pens, which I've never used. Okay, I think they're in the house. I don't feel like going to get them. But I did buy some. I started buying eyeshadow, so I don't wear makeup, guys. But I wanted to try using eyeshadow as well. So I'm just going to use, because I have a whole pack of these applicators that I got from Dollar Tree, yeah. And you can get like a pack of them. But I'm just going to go ahead and steal this one out of this case. Let's steal this applicator out here. And I'm also probably going to try using one of my other tools. I will be doing a video on all of my coloring tools that I use. Nope, gotta find out where they are. Oh, here they are. When I color with pastels and other mediums other than colored pencil. Okay, so I had a small one of these, but I don't see it. They grew legs and walked off, and it's supposed to be in with the other one, but either looking too hard or it's actually not where it's supposed to be. I'm not seeing it. But anyway, so we're going to try this first. And we're going to try with her skin. And let me see, what color is this? This is going to be, this is Pretty in Pink. This one is Blush Blossom and Apricot Appeal. So we're going to try, let me see. Oh no. I want to see. You know what? I want to see. Let's test some bags. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, let's see. Let's try using some of this. This right here is called Really Rust. And I'm gonna try applying this like I would start out coloring like I would my colored pencils. And I probably should have started with the small one. Let's go back to the small one. I guess these little things do come in handy. You get in those small areas. Oh, let me get my brush too. Gosh, that's in the house too. I got some of my curling tools in the house that I usually color with. But I'm going to use some of these things that I have out here. This is not the brush that I usually use, but I'm going to use this to brush away. But it seems to be sticking really good. So I'm already liking this. And I already see that I've already come down too far with this already. So this is a good opportunity to use the eraser that came with this, because I came down too far. Look at it. I think I erased a little too much. But yeah. I just wants to do other things other than colored pencils and, well, colored pencils and not Sharpies, but alcohol markers. I'm not really good with alcohol markers, you know. Okay, let's use the bigger one. So I think I'm liking this. And I'm blowing them off too. The dust off other than using a brush, because I think these brushes are a little bit harder than the actual brush I usually use to brush away debris on my page, and I don't want it to smear. And I'm trying not to press too hard, because I know that when you use these things, they tend to wear out really fast. So I'm trying not to press too hard. I need to get one of those pan pastel applicators. I want to get some pan pastels too, but I haven't actually looked any up. I just happened to think about them when I'm doing this. But I've seen some colors do some. Yeah, see, I'm smearing it. So I take it out places I don't want it. And it's already worn out because the little plastic piece behind this is already Like it's already ripped through it, and it's wearing out. Let's flip it over and try using the other side. Try not to use a point so much. And try not to use the point so much because it already wore out where this little right here is already wore out. See, I got a hole in that. I'm not even pressing it hard. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of that, and see again. And this is why I am doing this on a piece that I printed out before I should do it in my book, because I don't want to mess up my book. And now I'm going into, what is this? Apricot peel. Let's see how good these blend. And they blend really well. I just need better applicators. Just need a better applicator. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to research applicators other until I find a pen pastel applicator, because I've seen Karen on Zucchini Kitty here on YouTube use it. Well, she used her pen pastels, and she used the applicator. And I said, I need to get one of those. But I am liking these pastels. If I can just apply it good, because these things are here. I mean, of course, they did come with come from Dollar Tree, so you can expect it to be not up to par when you use it with other than something that it's intended for. But I am liking these pastels for coloring. Of course, this is a different paper. You know what? Let me try something else. Gosh. I have a smaller one of these, and I don't know where it is. And I know I didn't take it in the house. I have a smaller brush like this. And I got these from Dollar Tree as well. And I tried to use them with my pastels, my artist pastel, and they didn't work. They would not... they weren't picking up color, so I don't know. Let's try. Let's continue to go with this. So, but I am definitely liking these pastels. All I gotta do is find a decent applicator, because they blend really good. Later on, when I get done with this, when it cools down, the sun goes down, I'll be out in the yard doing some yard work with the hubby because it's really hot. And it's just really hot. So we always wait till later in the afternoon to do it. I did a little bit this morning only because he went out on the lake this past weekend with the jet ski. And when he came back, he parked it in the front yard. Still attached to the truck. The little pickup truck that he hauls it with. And I'm like, why'd you leave it out there? Like, well, I want to leave it in the front yard. Why? You're making my front yard look tacky. So, I did go ahead and mow the part of the lawn back here beside my shed where we usually park it at, just to get it out of my front, just to get the jet ski out of my front yard. Like, dude, don't do that. So, and I asked him, I said, "You plan on going, out on the jet ski today?" He's like, "No, but I can." Like, I didn't say you had to. I mean, he said like I said he had to go. Like, no, I didn't say you had to go. I said, "Was you going?" I said, "Because if you are, then I'll just leave it out there until you go ride it and come back. Then we put it, away. But if you're not, then I'm going to go ahead and get out the front yard." So he wasn't planning on. He said, "Nah, I don't think so." So I cut the lawn back here beside my shed and pulled it on back here and parked it in its usual spot, and got that much done. So it's still kind of hot outside. Probably wait till that's probably another 30 minutes to an hour, I don't know. Get out there and start working on the lawn. I like doing things like with him. I mean, I like working with him. I mean, because we out in the yard, or we having to do something together, or we, doing something around the house. We're very good. We work together. We work well together. Dang, I can't get it out. Like when we have to maintenance the pool or something. When we don't get in it for a while, and then it needs to be maintenance wise. The water got lime in it, it's green in it, so they got to put shock in it and all that stuff, all that jazz, and this is not working. And just recently we drained it last month because it was the shock would take care of the lime and everything in the pool, but the problem is that it would the water was foggy. We couldn't clear it up, so we went ahead and drained it. We went and got a shop vac and drained it and refilled it, and did that. So we get out there and we mess around with the pool for a while, get it straight. I hardly ever get in it. He gets in it with the kids when the grandbabies are here, but I hardly ever get in it. I think we've had that thing for probably it's an above ground pool. We've had it probably for about, let's see, maybe 3 years, 4 years. Well, we had about 4 years, about as long as we've been living here. We've had it, and we've had it for that long, and we took it down the first time when we first got it. We figured we had to take it down for the winter months and everything. And one year we went down to visit my mom, and she lives next to my cousin, and he had a pool, and it was up. It was like in the October, November. It was cold. It was like not the time of the year for the pool. And I got down there. I said, "Shannon leaves his pool up?" And she said, "Yeah, I know. So take it down." I said, "Well, I gotta go talk to him." So he had a pool, like ours, above ground pool, with south side above ground pool. And so I went on to talk to him. He said, "No, he's never taken it down." I said, "But he did have to end up getting another pump for it because it called the little pump she attached to the side. He said he got a sand pump. Now we've had a pool before. It was a above ground pool as well, but it was a hard side pool, and it had a liner in it. And we had a sand pump with it, and so that's what he said he got. He said it's best to get a sand pump with it. So I said okay. So after that, we never took that pool down again because when we first put it up, and you know, being his first time doing something like that, it took us forever to get that thing pool set up because we had to make sure it was level, and then we had to keep draining it, you know, making sure that it was level and on the level ground and all that stuff. We wanted it in the backyard, but our backyard is not really that level, so it's like kind of out in the past the house in the front yard on the side of the house. So it you know, that was the only place. And then we come to find we got it set up. That first time we took it down, and we was putting it back up, and then we realized that the people that lived here last, they had a pool there because we can see where the I was an obvious circle where the grass was, where the ground was, where there was no grass there, that there was a pool there. And I was duh, we just put it right here. So, but then after that, we never took the pool down again since we figured out we didn't have to take it down. And we had no problems with it. We always we say we was gonna winterize the pool, but we never do. We don't cover it or anything. But when it comes time, you know, for the summer to set it up, we just get out there and do whatever we need to do to get it, you know, ready for the kids when they come over in summer and get in the pool. And yeah, I like getting out and doing stuff with him like that. I remember, like I said, sometimes we'll argue a little bit, and then now we got to the point like, you know, like let's try it my way first, and then we'll try if it doesn't work, you know, because I would say let us try this, and then he said not gonna work. I said can we try it at least? And so then when I tried, he said okay, it works. Like yeah, and so. And the thing with him is he wants to try something, and then he the way he explains it, like I said, okay, let's just do it, you know, and then if it don't work, then we'll try something else. So, like I said, we were really good together when we out and doing stuff like that. Except when it comes to my shed, I just didn't want him in my way because it was my space. So when I was out here renovating my shed when I first got it, he didn't really help, and I didn't really ask for his help. I mean, he would have helped if I asked him. But I didn't really want his help because I didn't want him in my way. Because I was doing new stuff that I've never done before, like wire the place, put up drywall, put up insulation. You know, I've never done it before. So it would have been a hot mess, both of us trying to do something that neither one of us knows what we're doing. But I figured it out. I got it all done, no problems. And I've had this building for I got finished paying for it early this year in April. I had it for over 3 years. So yeah, I've had no problems with none of it. Drywall's good, the insulation's good, the electricity, everything. But yeah, so I'm liking this. I need another applicator. Let me see if I can see how this already wore out. And I wasn't even rubbing that hard, and because it's cheap. If I can find the lens, sorry guys. If I can find the some better applicators until I get the applicator that I want, I gotta find it. I wouldn't rub that hard. You see how that's worn out? But yeah, I am liking this. So now I'm going into pretty it. No, wait a minute. Blush Blossom. Blush Blossom. Let's see. This is kind of a color I'm going to use to fill in everything that I didn't get yet. Then, no, I don't think it might not work because this is kind of a pinkish color. This is just not applying very well. I mean, it's scratchy and it's going down, but I don't like the way it feels. Like it's scratching my paper. But I like it. Okay, let's maybe put some blush on her. Let's see, what color should I use? Let's do, what is this? This is called Pixie Pink. Let's see what this looks like. I think I put too much. I think I put too much. Oh, well, brush it off, so that's good. I like this. I like it a lot. Okay. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do. You know what? I'm going to try to do the whole thing with and pastel. How about that? Okay, let's see. Let's try for her lips. Let's do this color, and it is called Bravo Burgundy. Bravo Burgundy. But I'm liking these pastels. I'm going to tell her, like, look, Tiff, I used these pastels that you sent me eons ago. Now, granted that you can use applicators to apply this when you don't get your hands messy, but again, it's just not something that she would do. Ugh. And I smeared it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the right applicator for this because, or use a different color. I have to, because I need my other brushes when I need. This is not the right brush to be using this to brush this off. But let's see. Now I'm gonna clean that off. I'm gonna use the same one, but I'm just gonna clean it off. All that off so I can use it again. And now we're gonna go in with let's see, this color, and it's right above this color. It's called Rose Red. I'm just brushing on my hair, but kind of brushing it off, and see how this looks. I really need to find my other brush. Let me see if I can find another brush. The bristles are not so close together. Let's try this one. I think I smeared it anyway. But I'm really liking these pastels. They're good for coloring. They really are good for coloring. Let's go back. Blend this out. I smeared it a little bit, so let me see if I can blend it out some. I like it. I'm gonna put some of that red back on. Where's my little applicator thingy? Oh, right here. I'm gonna try some more of that Rose Red. I like these applicators, but they are only good for small areas. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of like rub it in. But yeah, so I get done with this. I'm gonna see if a little dude is ready to work on the yard. He had to get up this morning, go with his dad, but to go fix my car. We had went to the in-laws yesterday. Let me get the lipstick off her teeth. And we had the grandkids, and we had to we had them all week. We had them since Monday, and then Thursday we took the girls, 3 of them. We had 6 of them. We took 3 of them, the girls, to the other grandmother because she wanted to keep them too. But the boys don't like to go stay with her. I don't know why the boys don't like going to stay with their other grandmother, but so I said, well, we'll just keep the boys. So we still had the baby, the 1-year-old. He just turned a year old last Sunday, not yesterday, but the Sunday before. And the oldest boy and the 3rd child, we kept the boys. So when we took them home, we went back through Fed. We went back through to pick up the girls because Brian wanted to take the kids to the park. So we did that. We went to the park, and then I was planning on coming back home. He was gonna go ahead and take them, home, and then I was gonna come back from the park, come straight back home. But then I had to tell him. I said, I drove. He drove my truck and I drove the car, and I told him to drive my car because I was like, you just check and see if if you feel what I feel. And my brakes were scrubbing like bad. I mean, they just all of a sudden start doing it. I don't go out much, and most of the time when I do go, I take the car because it's cheaper on gas, because we live out in a rural area. So if I go into town, I take the car. Sometimes I take my truck, it's an SUV, so sometimes I take that, but most times I take the car. So I don't go out that much anyway. So all of a sudden my brakes start scrubbing, and I had told her, I said, I need you to drive my car and drive my truck, and I drive the car, so you can tell me if you feel what I feel. Yeah, he said, yeah, that's bad. So when we went to his dad's house because I had to go. I couldn't come home like I wanted to because we ended up leaving my car at my father-in-law's house, and then he came this morning to pick Brian up to go back to find out what was wrong with my car, and it was the brakes. And come to find out that the previous owner or whoever had it before didn't put any scrub pads on the brakes when they changed the brakes on them. Scrub pads are like a warning mechanism or warning pad, so when they start scrubbing, that that you need to change your brakes, and they'll scrub to let you know that you need to change the brakes before they get into the rotors. So my brakes didn't have the scrub pads on, so it was scrubbing into my rotors. Luckily I didn't drive that much, and it just started doing that, and he said it didn't get into the rotors too bad, so the rotors are fine, but I had to have all brakes all the way around. So he got up this morning and went and changed my brakes for me. So I got new brakes on my truck. So so then he come back, and he's so goofy. I'm wiping this on my pants. He come back, and he didn't do much. We're just waiting for the sun to go down and cool off so we can get out here and do something in this yard and get the lawn taken care of. Let's see. I don't know if I got any dark colors here that I need. That was the darkest. I need some for dark eyebrows. I got black here, but I want some dark brown. And this, I don't know. I guess I can use this color. What I put down first for Let's see if this is dark enough. Yeah. And I'll blow it off because I don't want to smear it, because I don't have my right brush right here to brush it off. And he hasn't done anything yet. He his last day of work was last Friday, because the plant where he worked shut down. So he his last day is Friday, but he already found he had another job, or he went through a temp service. He applied for a temp service, and they told him Saturday that he had a job. They had found him a job that he can go to this morning, but they couldn't tell him anything else, like what it was. They didn't even tell him the name of it. They just told him how much it pays, and that was it. And so the job, I guess it paid okay, but it wasn't paying as much as he at his last job, so he didn't want to take it. He said, especially when he pretty much didn't have any information about the job, not just that he had to show up today. So he said, he asked me, him and his mom and his dad all said, no, well, if they can't tell you anything about it, then no, don't take it. I mean, I know it's a job offer or whatever, but you can find something. He was just out of work last Friday. So, oh, wait a minute, no, not last Friday. He was at home all last week. So it was the Friday before. It was the day before our wedding. That Friday, we got married on the 18th, and his last day was the 17th. Wait a minute, July. Guys, not August, July. So he's been out of work for since July 17th. Anyway, and it's kind of been nice having him home. He hasn't gotten on my nerves yet, because normally when he was working at a plant like years ago. He was there for like 19 years, and then that plant closed, and he was out of a job, and he was just freaking out. Oh, we're gonna get evicted. You're not gonna have any place to stay. Da, da, da. And it's like, okay, dude, you need to calm down. It's not that serious. I mean, it's serious, but you need to be positive. So he just freaked out a lot, and then he would do odds and ends jobs for his dad, and then he would have a job here and there, and he only worked there for a minute because it wasn't either it wasn't paying enough, or he just didn't like the job. He was always looking for something else. Then he go to the next job until he found a job what is the job that where he just got laid off there, and that was like back in, let me see, 2007, I believe. And he's been working ever since until they closed a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, he's not freaking out like he did that like last time. Because that first time he got laid off from his job, and he was just constantly worried about not having a job and worried about bills and all this other stuff. And I'm praying, I'm just that type of person. I'm not going to stress about anything. I'm not going to worry about stuff that I can't change. I kept telling him, stop the worrying. He was getting on my nerves. So then I started praying, like, literally, just get him a job, just get him out of my house, because he was getting on my nerves. So, but like I said, this time he's not hasn't been so bad. It hasn't. He's been a lot different. So, and because it's funny, like, I'll tell him the same thing. I'll be telling him, like, you need to, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. Quit freaking out and all this other stuff. And it's like I'm talking to a brick wall, but when his dad and his mom say the same exact thing I was saying, then he listens like, is that what I just said? But I don't care. We got to the point where I didn't care, as long as he was listening to somebody at that point. But yeah, so like I said, he's been a lot better this time around when he was out of the job. But today he's been putting applications in online and actually going out to the career center and putting applications in, and he got I think he was texting back and forth with somebody at this job that he's got a job offer and he can start as soon as possible, and it's not through a temp service. If any of y'all work through a temp service, y'all know how that works. You work through the temp service for so many months days or whatever. And if the company which you're working for through the temp service like you, then they'll hire you in, and that could take up to a year. And then at that point in time, you don't have any benefits or anything. So yeah, so that is another reason why he didn't take the job. That he was offered this over weekend through the temp service, because again, they didn't tell him anything. They didn't tell him if he's getting any benefits. Well, he wasn't going to get any benefits because again, it was through a temp service. They didn't tell him how long he had to work before they decided to hire him in. How much they top out or anything like that. So then he didn't know the company name, so he just didn't take that job. He said, "I'm not doing that." So again, but he got a job offer today. But he's actually got a job, through and it wasn't through a temp service. So he's going to be hearing back from them because they said they needed him to work, start as soon as possible, which I don't know when that'll be. But yeah, so he's already got a job, and partly I believe because it's been my praying, and partly also because I believe that he is a lot better with not freaking out and worrying about stuff when when worry is not going to change anything. It really isn't. So I'm grateful for that he's got to that point where he's not so strung out about stuff, because that was it. He's gotten better a lot over the years, because before, he is at one point was the most pessimistic person I have ever met. He always looks at the glass half empty when I'm looking at it half full, and it was just irking my nerve. Like, I'm trying not to worry, but his worry was getting on my nerves, and so I was praying enough for the both of us, and everything always worked out. Besides the fact he wasn't being optimistic about anything. But like I said, over the years he's gotten better. And I'm really liking these pastels, people. But yeah. So we're good. We are so good. Let me see. I can cover this up. That's perfect plum. No, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to figure out what color. I'm gonna try it anyway. No, wait a minute. Let's do this. I'm gonna try this perfect plum. Oh, this color I used on her eyes was called Brilliant Blue, and that is a brilliant blue. Isn't that pretty? And I'm gonna go into this what they call Perfect Plum and add some of this color in her eyes. See what this looks like. But I am seriously loving these pastels. These are really cool. But yeah. So I don't know if I want to go ahead and finish this. Well, I want to finish it, but I don't want to finish because simply for the fact because I don't have the appropriate applicators with this. I just want to see how it would do as far as coloring, and I am liking the way it's going down. Let me see if I can blend this out some more with this thing right here, and it's actually taking some of it off, so this might be good for that. I wish I could find my other one. I'm going to buy some more of these. They have them in different sizes, and again, I got these at Dollar Tree. These things right here. I found them at Dollar Tree. And I got them specifically for coloring. I don't wear makeup. I do on occasion, but hardly ever. So I got these specifically just to color with. And so it takes it off pretty good. I wish I had my smaller one, because I really don't know. I like this thing with these pastels. This is gorgeous. I'm taking the color off and also blending it. Trying to smear that red. Let's see. And I'm just wiping on my pants to clean it off. Let's see when it takes it out of her eyes. And I'm going to put some of that Perfect Plum back in. Let me clean my eraser. You know what? I'm going to try using my electric eraser. Where is it? Let's see if this works. Use my electric eraser and yeah. It's kind of got some blue into her. On the whites of her eyes. I am loving this. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to turn this light on, guys. I don't know. I'm just going to see how this looks with the light. If y'all can see it better. But like I said, I'm going to have to get better lighting. And I'm going to try using these also for, I did a tutorial on how I use these to make my clouds, when I use to make my clouds. So I'm going to use these to try to apply some color for her hair. And we're going to try to give her blonde hair. So let's use, what color is this? This is called Soul Saffron. It looks like it's a maize, a gold color or something. I'm gonna kind of like dab it off my hand. So I'm just gonna rub this in to the paper. Let me see, give her blonde hair. That would, okay. And I guess, yeah, this is called Soul Saffron. I'm gonna dab it and then smear it up. Yeah, that works. I dabbed it on first and then I rubbed it in. Let's see. I'm just rubbing it. I'm going to dab it on and then rub it in. I'll use my eraser to erase what the color I don't want it. And then I'll use, oh wait a minute, wrong color, wrong color. Then I'll use a smaller applicator to get the other flowery strands. Okay, so I'm just going to rub it in, get it where I need it, and then I'll erase it where I don't want it. So I think I'm going to do the majority of it in pastels, and then I'll do detail work, more detail work, and with colored pencils. I'm going to go back and go with her, see if I can finish out her shoulders with, again, this apricot appeal. Under her skin. And I just moved it around, guys, so it's not picking up that last color I was just using. Like I said, I'm going to go back in with color pencil and do the fine detail work. Right now, I'm basically going to be majority using the pastels. I'm even going to do the flowers and pastels. Again, I'm just gonna let's see. Yeah, see, this is what Tiffany doesn't like. Messy hands. She's so funny. She is hilarious. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in. You know what? Nope, I'm gonna get another one of these things. I'm going to go in and do get the strands, the flyaway strands, and then I will erase where I don't want it. And I don't think I'm liking these. And then I think with the high, I'm going, as far as detailing in the hair, I'm going to use colored pencil with that as well. But as y'all could see when I open these, it's my first time using these pastels. And I normally don't color with pastels. I just, you know, actual coloring. I've always just used pastels in my backgrounds. That was it. I never actually did all this with pastels. But like I said, I'm always wanting to try new things with my coloring. Same thing with my crafting. On my craft channel, I'm always trying to find something new to do, because when you do the same thing over and over again, you get burnt out. So it's kind of a good thing that I know how to do so much, because I will get burnt. And then if I get burnt out on something and I don't want to do it anymore, then if I don't have nothing else to do, then I'm bored. And I don't like being bored. I have headaches. I don't need to be bored with not having busy hands. I have busy hands. My headaches aren't so bad. They are easier to deal with when I have busy hands. But I forgot what I was going to say. I do that. I hate when I do that. But I'm going to fill in some color with the pastels. And then, I think that's what I'm going to say. Fill in color with the pastels and everything. Then I'm going to erase what I don't want. And then I'm going to finish it off with colored pencil. So, I'm going to use this to take some color off. And I'm going to come back in and do detail work with colored pencils. So, I know what I can use this for, because before it was not doing what I wanted it to do. Well, I wasn't doing what I initially bought them for. I thought maybe I was going to have like, okay, well, I'm not going to use those for anything, but comes in handy. Alright, let's do some erasing the leaves and flowers. And I'm going to fill that in. And then I'm going to spray this, and then I'm going to continue the detail work with pencil. And I'll do more pastel work on the background when I get to it. It's not a lot of background to do, so I'm not sure if I'll do background or not. But before I use this again, I might have to get the right applicators, because this is extra work. And I love this eraser. If I haven't said it before, guys, I got this eraser from Hobby Lobby, and I got it. I think it was on sale, or I used a coupon. But it's by Master's Touch. Oh, in the artist section. and it comes with a different. It comes with eraser tips and even the smaller eraser tips. And I put them up somewhere. I don't know what I did with them. I gotta find them. I thought I put them with my coloring tools, but and they probably are there. I just ain't looked. But yeah, it comes with a lot of ones than the one I'm using now. So I love this thing. And I figure when I get you know, more subscribers and things like that, then I'll start doing giveaways. And I thought about getting one of these and adding it in as a giveaway prize, because this thing is awesome. Because I had an eraser, and you know, we all have erasers, but the kind I had, they weren't not. I mean, they were working, but it's like, yeah, I need a I can use this now. Sit down that I brush out the excess. I need something more substantial, so yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do that, and let's pick a color for the leaves. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one of these things I've already been using. I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm wiping it on my pants. These are my lounge pants. I don't care about these getting messy. I mean, I got other pair of pants, you know, sweats that I, you know, lounge around in, or I work in, or I got paint and get all over so they're messy. So I tend to do this when I'm crafting or coloring. I wipe stuff on my clothes. I'm a homebody. I don't go out much. Oh man, let's see, erase the earrings too. And so when is that her ear? I believe it is. I'm mostly in loungewear when I'm at home. If I ever go out, then I change into appropriate attire to go out, you know, for leaving the house. But most of the time, I'm walking around comfortable. Maybe a little tacky, but I'm comfortable. And I live in here in a rural area, so I don't care. It's not because they're going to see me. I gotta find my other brush, I got like a bigger brush to brush all this off. And it's in the house because I was using it on another coloring page in one of my color Rosetta books. I think it's Mythomorphia. Yeah, because I'm coloring a Kraken. And I hit a stall on that one, guys, because if y'all seen another page, Mythomorphia with the Kraken in it, it might. Yeah, it's in Mythomorphia. I don't know if the same page is in Colormorphia, but that's what I'm coloring. And I started on the water, and that's as far as I got. That water is overwhelming. So I need to go ahead and get the water done so I can get past that and finish it. Because that's been WIP for too long. Okay, I need to go back and put some more color back on her ears. Okay. These are her ears right here. And where's that? Let's put some. Okay. Alright. So now let's pick a color for the leaves. And we're going to use, let's see, what is this? This is called, what is this? There's supposed to be a whisper right here, but it says whisper right here, but it's empty. So there's not a white in here. I'm mad. Because I was looking to see if it was a white. And I said, well, no, I have no white, but then it's on the thing here. It's on the color chart here, but it's not in the thing. So I'm not happy about that. Okay, this is garden green. This is called garden green. And we're gonna, ooh, I like that. Just hit these a little bit with some color. And then I'll spray this and then continue it in this is gonna smear. Yeah. Let's put a little bit of another color, green or yellow in there or something before I go into. Let's put a little bit of this yellow in. And it is called Yo-Yo Yellow. It's a bright yellow. It's called Yo-Yo Yellow. Just gonna put a little highlight in there. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna clean my brush and then add some of that up. Look up. Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't in frame, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, that is that. I got too much stuff in my way. Okay, so those are the leaves. I'm sorry, I wasn't in frame. Okay, well, let me make sure that I'm in frame with the flowers then. Okay, so let's see. I think we're gonna do red roses. So we're going to start out with a pink color. Oh, and let's see. We're going to start out with Royal Rose. It's kind of like a, almost like a peachy, peachy pink, almost. And I'm just going to see, kind of rub it in a little bit so I can get most of this color to stay. I'm going to brush off the excess, but I try not to put too much pressure on this applicator because it is wearing out, tearing up, and everything else. And we're going to have them all the same color. Yeah, I just thought I'd do something different. Yeah. Because I want to try something different. And I'm really trying to stay active on both my channels. Now that the wedding's taking place and I don't have to worry about doing things for that. I mean, like I said, guys, I don't have to stress, but I was so glad when that was over. Planning my wedding because it was just stressful. It was stressful because it was a total DIY. I did just about everything myself. I didn't. There was some stuff I didn't do, and the menu was easy, so that wasn't a problem. Even though it was still, you know, it wasn't catered. But basically all the decorations I did myself. I made it everything myself. And then because of the pandemic, my venue, my place of venue fell through twice because, you know, how everything is closing down and not open because of the pandemic. And so about 2 weeks prior to the wedding, they had called and told me that on a Monday they were going to be possibly closed, and I won't probably, they said, a call back later that week. Yeah, she called back Wednesday. Say, I'm sorry, but we're still going to be closed until the 31st of July, so we're not going to be able to rent to. And I was not going to postpone it again, so I, when she had called Monday, you know, me and Brian had always discussed, we had discussed Tuesday, that if she calls back later this week and say that they can't rent to us, then we're just going to do it outside. We didn't really want to do it outside because it was hot. But at that point, I didn't care. As long as it didn't rain, I didn't care. If it's hot, it's hot. But I didn't want the rain really messing it up, you know. So I was just praying for no rain. It would have been nice if it wasn't so hot, but I guess we didn't get rain. So we had it outside, and because of that, the place of venue changed. All my decor, well, not all of it, most of it, it got changed at the last minute because the stuff I was making for my wedding was for indoors. So then I had to improvise like real quick, and my sister-in-law and my mom came down early to help me, and we got it, had to do stuff on the fly. Because up until that point, I was doing everything myself, as far as planning, the decorations and everything. And, let me dust this off. And so it was chaotic that day. And even though I was relieved when we finally walked down the aisle, and I was just relieved that it was finally happening, with the planning and the stressful part was over. At the end of the day, I was not happy with my wedding at all. I mean, it had some good parts in it, but I mean, it was some things that, last minute stuff, and then one of the my people in the wedding party showed up and not appropriate attire, and then on top of that, the same person messed up he was part of the wedding party. He messed up the wedding party pictures, by wearing shades. Like, who does that? Apparently he does. So I'm not even, I had a photographer, and she did a really good job. I mean, she did an awesome job. As far as the quality of the pictures and everything, it was just, I wasn't happy with what she had to work with. Really was not. So, but yeah. And it's the thing about it is, me and her, we've been together for like 18 years, something like that. And we've all been married, but we never had a wedding. So I wanted a wedding. So, me wanting a wedding, at this point now, I think because of the way it turned out, I would have been better off without one. I mean, if it was just like a small ceremony where, just, I wanted a wedding, but I mean, if I had to do a big wedding, then I would have just skipped it. I just went to, had, just me, him, and a few people, and that was it. But it didn't turn out the way I wanted at all. But it is what it is. We are good. We are happy. No problems. Okay, so this is what I got, guys. I'm liking these pastels as far as coloring with them. So I'm going to go take this out and spray it real quick, and then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do detail work with color pencils. And I'm thinking I'll probably do that in a part 2, because I'm out here in my craft shed, and I don't have my air on, and it's getting hot out here. I don't have the air conditioning on because it makes noise. It's too loud to have on while I'm filming. So I think I'll probably have a part 2 of this. We'll have a part 2 of this, and next time, hopefully, probably tomorrow or next day or whatever, I will be doing a part 2 on this, and I'll be doing detail work with color pencil. But this is what I got. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'll move everything out the way. and zoom out so you can see it. Let's see. And this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm liking these pastels. Let me bring it up a little bit. So, and again, this is just on some really cheap paper that I got from Dollar General. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm working on it. It's this paper, and it feels really good. It feels really toothy. That's why I like it. It feels really, it's really toothy paper, but it's thin. It's 9.5 by 12, but I cut it down to get it through my printer, because I just have a regular printer. I want a 12 by 12 printer, but I'm good with what I got. The printer I got works. I've had it for years, and it's, you know, not giving me any problems as of right now. So yeah, but I am loving these pastels. So I'm going to spray this, and then on the part 2, we're going to do detail work on this with color pencils. Make it even more fabulous. So thanks guys for joining me today, and y'all have a colorful day. See you next time. Bye.